Tonight, you're invited to begin a journey Buddhist monks have walked for centuries to still the mind, ease the heart, and enter deep, nourishing sleep. In this sacred space, I'll guide you through 10 timeless Zen stories, each one carefully chosen to quiet your thoughts, soften inner tension, and help you drift into deep, peaceful rest. These aren't just stories. They're doorways, each holding a key to gently release stress, dissolve overthinking, and awaken your mind's natural ability to let go. Here's the beautiful part. You don't need any experience with meditation. You don't have to silence your mind or try to feel a certain way. You don't even need to stay awake. Just listen. Let the words pass through you like wind through tall grass. Let them settle gently, like moonlight on a quiet lake. Your body already knows how to relax. You only need to give it permission. The Buddha once said, "When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you." Over the next 3.5 hours, you'll begin to understand what that really means, not as a distant idea, but as a lived, felt truth in your breath, your body, and your awareness. As you listen, your thoughts will slow, your muscles will loosen, and peace will rise up from within you, effortlessly. So now, make yourself comfortable, adjust your pillow. Let the weight of the day melt into the bed beneath you. Take a long, slow breath with me now, and as you exhale, know this: you've already begun. You've already stepped onto the path. This journey requires no effort, just your presence. Let's begin now with our first story, a reflection known as the Mirror of Misunderstanding. By the side of a mist-covered mountain, in a temple carved from silence, a student approached his teacher. "Master," he said, "I meditate, I study, I try to understand. Yet I feel no closer to truth." The master said nothing. Instead, he poured 2 cups of tea and handed one to the student. Then he reached for a small bronze mirror, its surface cloudy with dust. "Look," the teacher said. The student leaned in, but the mirror was fogged, stained with years of breath, touch, and time. "I can't see clearly," he admitted. The teacher smiled softly. "That," he said, "is your mind, when it's full of the need to understand." So often, we come to wisdom already full of questions, doubt, fear, and assumptions, and wonder why clarity never comes. We carry mirrors inside us, but instead of reflecting reality, they often reflect our wounds. We don't hear what others say, we hear what we fear they mean. We don't see the world, we see what we expect to see. This is the root of misunderstanding, not ignorance, but interpretation, a fog that filters truth through the lens of past pain and ego. Misunderstanding isn't failure. It's a veil, thin as mist between you and what is, the longing to be understood, the instinct to defend, explain, justify is natural, but it also blinds us. Sometimes peace doesn't come from being seen. It comes from letting go of the need to be. Ask yourself, what story am I defending right now? Is it still serving me? Now breathe with me. Inhale and exhale slowly. Feel the breath pass without resistance. It doesn't force, it doesn't explain. It simply is, like moonlight, like wind, like you when you're not reaching, not proving, just being. A visiting scholar once came to a Zen master, eager to display his knowledge. He spoke rapidly, quoting text after text. The master said nothing. He poured tea, and he poured, and he poured, until the scholar cried, "Stop! The cup is full." The master looked up and said, "Yes, like your mind. How can I offer anything if it's already full?" When we let go of certainty, clarity can finally enter. When we empty, space appears for something sacred to rise. Close your eyes if they're still open. Visualize a mirror inside your heart. At first, it's hazy, fogged with doubt, memory, and resistance. But now, imagine your breath is a soft cloth. With every inhale, the fog fades. With every exhale, the surface clears. You are not forcing, you are revealing, not erasing the past, simply seeing through it. The more gently you breathe, the clearer it becomes. Not perfect, but present. Not polished, but open. You are not here to solve. You are here to witness. You are not broken. You are becoming clear. What if peace isn't found in solving anything at all, but in surrendering the need to? What if sleep is just clarity without pressure? So let go of being right, of needing to be understood, of defending the story. Let the mirror inside you clear itself, not with effort, but with stillness, with silence, with trust. And if thoughts rise again, greet them like guests. Let them come, let them go. You don't need to hold on to any of them, not tonight. Sleep now, not as someone with all the answers, but as someone who no longer needs them. Not as someone who understands everything, but as someone who is no longer burdened by the search. Let yourself drift. Let your breath carry you. Let the stillness hold you like a gentle hand. The mirror is clear now. There is nothing more to do. There is a silence that does not come from the absence of sound. It comes from within. A silence that is not empty, but full of clarity, full of rest. This is the silence of sacred solitude. In this second reflection, we enter not into loneliness, but into the vast, healing space that opens when we are no longer distracted by the noise of others or the noise of our own mind. In the Zen tradition, monks often sought solitude not to escape the world, but to see it clearly. In stillness, they learned to hear what the rushing world could not say. In quiet, they could finally hear the Dharma, the true teaching, not as words, but as presence. There is a story of a wandering monk who lived deep within a pine forest. For years, villagers asked him to return to teach. "The world needs your wisdom," they said. But he would smile and reply, "I only teach the wind, and it teaches me in return." Solitude is not isolation, it is union with everything. When we are alone, we do not lose connection. We simply return to a deeper one. You may feel discomfort in the quiet. That is natural. When the noise fades, the things we've buried come forward. Worry, guilt, grief. But these are not enemies. They are unacknowledged guests, waiting to be heard, held, and finally released. Tonight, you are not alone. You are simply undisturbed. Let go of the rush. Let go of the scroll. Let go of the need to explain or be understood. Your worth is not found in how others see you. It is found in how deeply you can sit with your own breath. Now breathe with me. Inhale, exhale. Let the breath become your companion. Let silence become your friend. Let solitude become your temple. You don't need a cabin in the forest to practice sacred solitude. You only need to allow this moment to be whole, just as it is, uninterrupted, complete. And if thoughts arise, as they will, simply bow to them. Let them pass like travelers at the gate of your awareness. You do not need to follow. You only need to remain, still, present. In solitude, you meet yourself, not the version shaped by reaction or performance, but the version that has always been here. Waiting, beneath all noise, is stillness. Beneath all effort is peace. Let go now. Let the breath lead. Let the quiet take you. You are not alone. You are returning. And as you return, let the silence deepen. Let the quiet no longer be something you endure, but something you welcome. Solitude does not shrink the world. It expands the self. There is a temple in Japan where monks sit in a room made of bare wood and nothing else. No statues, no music, no incense, just space. They say the room is the teacher, and in its silence, the student hears the truth. What does space teach you? That you do not need to perform, that you do not need to explain, that you are enough as you are. Imagine now that you are sitting in such a room, bare walls, a single candle, no phone, no past, no future, just the breath. Feel what arises in that space. Perhaps restlessness, perhaps fear, perhaps relief. Notice it and let it pass. Solitude brings up what the noise drowns out, but it does so gently, like a mirror, not a hammer. You do not need to conquer the discomfort. You only need to sit with it. There's a teaching. Sit quietly, and the mud will settle. The water will become clear. The longer you remain, the more still the water becomes. Let your thoughts settle like leaves in a pond. Let the ripples soften. Let the stillness reveal the reflection of your own presence. No need to reach for understanding. The truth will find you in silence. Now, picture a lantern in your chest. With every breath, the flame glows a little brighter. This is your awareness. Quiet, gentle, unshaken. You are sitting in your own light. Let go of the need to do. Let go of the need to become. Let go of proving. Let go of striving. Let yourself simply be. As the outer world fades, your inner world comes alive. This is not retreat, it is return. The sound of your breath, the feeling of gravity, the echo of your own heartbeat. These are not distractions. They are invitations to presence. Stay here with me now. Let your breath be long and slow. Let the silence stretch without fear. In solitude, you meet not emptiness, but essence. The part of you that is not busy, not afraid, not chasing. There is a version of you that has never needed to speak to be understood. never needed to try to be loved, never needed to rush to be worthy. That version is here, now. Let them emerge from the silence. You may feel the urge to check something, to return to the noise. That's okay. Smile at the urge and breathe again. You are not missing anything. You are finding everything, the Buddha said. In the stillness of the mind, I saw myself as I am, unbound. Let stillness unbind you. Let it untangle the stories. Let it melt the armor. Let it remind you that you do not need to earn your peace. You already are peace. And in this solitude, in this space where nothing is demanded, you are finally free. Free to feel, free to be, free to rest. Stay a little longer. Stay with yourself. The world will wait. But for now, there is only this moment. And this moment is enough. And if this moment is enough, then let's stay here. Let it stretch. Let it deepen. There's no need to rush to the next chapter. In solitude, there are no clocks, no agendas, no outcomes to chase. Only the rhythm of your breath, the unfolding of presence, the return to self. Imagine you are walking a quiet forest path. Each step is slow, intentional. Leaves crunch gently underfoot. The trees make no sound, but they speak in stillness. This is the walk of a mind at peace. This is the trail of sacred solitude. There is a bench by the side of this path, old wood smoothed by time. You sit there now. You feel the breeze move through you, not around you. You are not separate from the stillness. You are part of it. And in this moment, you begin to hear something. Not a voice, exactly, but a knowing. A whisper without sound. It tells you what your busy life could not. That you are safe. That you are loved. That you do not need to perform or hide or win to belong. Solitude reveals not what is missing, but what was always here. You are not here to fill the silence. You are here to be filled by it. Now take a breath, and another. Each inhale draws you inward. Each exhale settles you deeper. The longer you remain, the more clearly you see. You may begin to feel a sense of floating, as if the bed beneath you has dissolved into a field of weightless calm. You are supported by stillness itself. No effort required, no struggle needed. If thoughts arise, let them. If emotions stir, greet them, but stay with the breath, with the soft, glowing awareness that asks nothing of you. Imagine again the monk in the forest, living alone, not in exile, but in devotion. His prayers are not loud. His teachings are not words. He simply sits. He simply breathes. And those who pass by feel changed just from his presence. You carry that same energy within you. You may not need to retreat to a mountain, because the mountain lives in you. The quiet lives in you. The wisdom lives in you. And the more you honor it, the more it begins to lead. So tonight, as you lie here in the soft cocoon of rest, know this: you are becoming your own refuge. Not because you've learned something new, but because you've remembered something ancient. The sky is still above you. The earth is still below you. And the silence is still within you. All is well. even when it doesn't feel that way. You can release the need to know what comes next. This is not a puzzle to solve. This is a presence to sink into. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your breath grow slower. Let go of your name, your role, your to-do list. For now, be no one. Just breath, just being, just peace. If there is a wound in you, let it rest. If there is a question in you, let it soften. You don't need to fix. You don't need to explain. You are already whole, even in your healing. And if you forget this tomorrow, that's okay. You can return here. The silence will always be waiting. It does not judge. It does not demand. It only welcomes. Let it hold you now. Beneath words, there is awareness. Beneath effort, there is grace. Beneath all seeking, there is stillness. And in that stillness, you are home. Loss is something we all carry. We lose time, we lose plans, we lose people, we lose parts of ourselves we never thought we could live without. And yet, here you are, breathing, listening, healing, changing. Loss does not destroy us, it reveals us. It peels back everything that was temporary, until all that remains is what cannot be taken. In this segment, we walk slowly through the space that loss leaves behind, not to fill it, but to sit in it, to listen. To understand what it has to teach us. Zen teaches impermanence. All things change. All things fade. The cherry blossom is no less beautiful because it falls. In fact, its beauty lies in that very truth that it cannot stay. There's a story of a Zen master whose student came to him in grief after his mother died. The student wept and asked, "Why must we love if we will only lose? Or do you sit with its warmth while it lives?" Just presence. Sit beside the memory. Let it speak if it has words. Let it rest if it only has silence. There is a temple ritual where monks sweep fallen leaves from the steps. Every morning, over and over. Its current is slow and wide. Along the edge, you sit on a smooth stone. The water moves past you, carrying memories, moments, even regrets. You reach out, touching none of them. You simply let them pass. This is how we honor loss, not by clinging, not by forgetting, but by witnessing. There is a teaching that says, grief is the cost of love. but what a worthy cost it is. Would you trade the warmth of a memory to escape its pain? Would you give away joy just to never feel sorrow? The answer is no, and that is why you are strong. You loved, you lived, and now you feel. That is not weakness, that is presence. Loss can turn you inward, but not in retreat, in remembrance. You remember how someone laughed, how they looked when they were tired, what they never got to say, what you wish you'd said. You remember who you were before the loss, and who you are now. There is wisdom in that gap. You are no longer the same, and that is okay. Loss does not erase you, it reshapes you. Now breathe, inhale softly, exhale like wind moving through tall grass. This moment is yours. This healing is yours. Let's stay here longer. Let's keep walking through this field of memory. You may hear your own voice echoing in the distance, words you once spoke or didn't. Forgive yourself. You did your best with what you knew then. You are doing your best now. And if the tears return, let them. Each one waters the roots of compassion. You are not only grieving what was, you are learning how to hold what is. This grief is teaching you to carry love without weight, to hold presence without possession. Imagine now a bowl in your hands, empty, smooth, warm from your touch. This bowl represents your capacity to hold, not to fix, not to fill, just to hold, in silence, in stillness. Everything you've lost is held in you, and you do not have to carry it alone. You are connected to the breath, to the moment, to the millions of others across time who have grieved before you. You are not alone in this experience. You are joined by a lineage of hearts that have broken and healed again. There is no time limit for grief, no straight line. There are days you will feel whole again, and nights you will feel like a ghost. Both are true, both are sacred. Keep breathing, keep returning. Let the river of memory pass. Let it carry what needs to move. Let it return what still belongs. Your body remembers how to heal. Your spirit remembers how to love again. You are not defined by what you've lost. You are revealed by how you carry it. Let's continue this together until the silence becomes enough, until the quiet becomes kind, until your breath becomes a prayer, until your presence becomes peace. Let's imagine a small garden, one you planted long ago, but haven't visited in some time. You walk through its gates slowly now. The soil is soft. Overgrown, but it still breathes with life. There's a bench at its center, old, familiar. You sit, and from this quiet place, you begin to notice what has grown from your pain. There is a tree here, sturdy and silent, its trunk twisted slightly from storm, but rooted deep. This is your resilience. There are flowers, not perfect or planned, but blooming. These are the moments of beauty that returned even when you thought joy had forgotten your name. There's a pond reflecting moonlight, still and wide. This is your awareness. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't chase. It simply receives. Loss changed the shape of your garden, but it didn't steal its ability to grow. And here, in this sacred solitude, you begin to touch that truth. Let go of the belief that healing means forgetting. Let go of the idea that strength means silence. Let go of the myth that grief is weakness. Grief is proof that you let something matter. And isn't that the most human thing? To care, to hope, to love, even knowing that nothing stays. Zen masters often speak of emptiness, but this emptiness is not hollow. It is full of spaciousness, possibility, and rest. You do not have to fill the space left by loss. You can live alongside it. It becomes part of your breath, a thread in your song, a line in your story. You don't have to explain it. You only have to honor it. Now, close your eyes if they are still open. Feel the air as it enters your body. Feel the stillness beneath that movement. There is a kind of silence that doesn't ask for quiet. It simply waits. Wait with it. There is a candle inside you, always lit. Even on your darkest days, it has never gone out. Even when grief made everything cold, the flame endured. That flame is your soul, your center, your witness, and it honors everything you've been through. You have not broken, you have transformed, like clay shaped by pressure. Like gold purified by heat. You are not less because of what you've lost. You are more because of what you've learned. There is a quiet moment right before sleep where the body releases and the mind lets go. Stay in that moment. Let it hold you. Let it teach you how to soften. You are safe here. You are whole here. You are held here, not by something outside of you, but by your own deep stillness. Let the breath continue. Let it lengthen. Let it lull you deeper into rest. The story of your grief is still being written, but for now, it is enough to just rest. And remember, nothing you love is ever truly lost. It lives in the way you walk, in the way you listen, in the way you show up, softer, wiser, slower than you were before. You are not only healing, you are becoming. There is a bell that sounds only in silence. It cannot be rung by effort, only received in stillness. Tonight, that bell rings softly inside you. It calls not to action, but to surrender. Not to answers, but to trust. Trust that what was lost had its time. Trust that what remains will carry you forward. Trust that rest is not the opposite of healing. It is the ground from which it begins. There is a bamboo grove where monks walk in silence. Each step is a prayer. Each breath is a return. The bamboo does not resist the wind. It bends, it sways, and then it rises again. Let yourself bend. Let yourself be flexible. Let yourself rise slowly when you're ready. You don't need to rise today. You only need to be still, to lie here, to allow. Loss doesn't demand movement. It invites presence. And presence is what you offer now to your breath, to your body, to your healing. If your heart feels heavy, place a hand over it. Feel its rhythm. It's still here. It has carried you through every chapter, every joy, every loss. It beats for you, even when you forget to notice. Let that be your lullaby tonight. Let the body melt into the bed beneath you. Let your thoughts stretch out like tired limbs, no longer reaching. Let your breath deepen like a well, infinite and nourishing. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a story unfolding, and every chapter matters, even the quiet ones, even the ones with tears, even the nights like this one. You are still becoming. Let that truth wrap around you like a blanket. There is a teaching in Zen that says, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. You find yourself on a path made of smooth stones, laid gently beneath your feet. Each step is soft, each step is simple. There is no destination, only movement, and each step says, I am still here. You may feel moments of regret. That's okay. Regret is a form of memory that hasn't found forgiveness yet. Breathe it in, let it soften. It is not here to punish you. It is here to be witnessed. Let the silence of this moment cradle your regrets until they no longer bite. Only hum. The moon rises higher in the sky above you. The wind hushes to a whisper. Time slows. Your body slows. Even your thoughts begin to move like clouds instead of storms. There is space between them now. This is the space that loss opens. It is not empty. It is expansive. Let it show you who you are when nothing is chasing you. Let it hold your questions without rushing to answer. Let it remind you, you are enough. You have always been enough. There is a bowl of water before you now. It reflects your face, not with distortion, but with clarity. You see the grief, you see the softness, you see the strength, all at once. You bow to the reflection, not out of sorrow, but out of respect. This face has walked through fire and did not vanish. This heart has cracked and did not close. This breath has trembled and still continues. Let this be your prayer tonight. Those who healed in silence, under the same moon, you are not walking this path alone. The path of grief is old, worn, sacred, and lined with lanterns left by others who once stood where you now stand. Some of those lanterns were lit by you for others. Perhaps now they light the way back to yourself. Let this walk continue, your breath slow and steady, your awareness like still water. You come upon a wooden gate, weathered, quiet, half open. You do not push it, you sit beside it. You honor the threshold you are on. You do not need to cross it tonight. You only need to acknowledge it. The gate leads somewhere new. But tonight, we sit on this side. We sit in presence. In Zen, they say the gate itself is the teaching. Just as the pause in breath is part of breathing. Just as stillness is part of healing. There is nothing to reach for in this moment. Nothing to fix. Nothing to force. Let your presence be your prayer. Let the act of staying still be your strength. Let the night carry you. Imagine the sky darkening deeper now, Stars begin to emerge, shy, gentle points of light, each one a reminder. Even in darkness, even in distance, something shines. You are part of that constellation. You may not see your own glow, but others do. The way you listen, the way you pause, the way you soften. This is light. This is healing. This is transformation through presence. The night does not rush toward dawn. Neither must you. Rest in the middle. Rest where you are. And let the next breath lead you forward only if it wants to. Until then, be here, be still, be whole. Now feel the breath again. Let it move in like fog rolling across a still lake. Let it move out like tide returning to sea. Nothing is forced here. Nothing is judged. This is the rhythm of surrender. There's a small shrine nearby in your mind, in your memory. You approach it gently. It holds a name, a photo, a prayer, a moment, something you lost, or someone. You light a candle there. Not to forget, not to move on, but to honor. Grief doesn't leave, it softens. And the more you let it breathe, the more gently it lives within you. You sit now beside the shrine, and you say nothing. Silence is enough. This is not goodbye. This is gratitude in stillness. Now rise slowly within. No rush, no urgency. Feel your spine soften, your jaw relax, your shoulders loosen. The breath flows like a stream through your body, and your heart still beats, still belongs to you. You are here. You are whole, even with the ache, especially with the ache. You begin to walk again, not to escape, but to continue. The garden returns, the river returns, the quiet returns, but something inside you has changed. Not fixed, not finished, but seen. And when you lie down now, you are not just trying to sleep. You are laying down the armor, the questions, the grasping. You are letting yourself be held by rest, by stillness, by something larger than sorrow. And when dreams come, let them speak. And if sleep comes without dreams, let it be enough. You are not broken, you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Let the silence bless you. Let the breath become your teacher. Let the stillness guide you home. And as you drift, may this truth remain. In sleep, not everything must be processed through thinking. Some things are integrated simply by resting with them. Let the day fall away behind you. Let the body dissolve into the bed. Let the mind unfold like petals at dusk. There is no right way to grieve. There is only your way. And tonight, your way is soft, still, gentle. The ache you carry is not in the way of your healing. It is the healing. Let go of the need to fix it. Let go of the urge to explain it. Just breathe. Inhale, exhale. Presence, peace. Imagine now that you are not just lying in a bed, but cradled in a field of moonlight, surrounded by soft grass and endless space. The air is cool, the stars are steady, and you are safe. Let the breath grow shallower. Let the voice fade behind you. If you fall asleep now, that's okay. These words were never meant to be finished, only felt. You are not alone. You never were. And even in loss, even in the moments that shattered you, there is something unbreakable beneath it all. That is who you are. Rest now. No more effort. No more reaching. No more fear. Only breath. Only presence. Only this. Sleep. Sleep in the knowing that what you have lost has not made you less. It has made you more. Sleep in the warmth of that truth. Sleep in peace. As you rest here, with the breath slowing, the body melting into stillness, and the mind gently dissolving like mist in the morning sun. Let this be the end of effort. Let this be the beginning of surrender. There is nothing left to do tonight. Nowhere else to be. No one else to become. You have arrived, here now, in the quiet after the storm, in the breath after the cry, in the stillness that remains when everything else has fallen away. This is what loss leaves behind, not emptiness, but clarity, not despair, but depth. And it is from this place that your healing grows roots. The soil has been softened by sorrow. It is ready now, ready for rest. Ready for restoration. Ready for seeds you don't even know you're planting yet. Sleep is not escape. It is return. Return to the body. Return to the heart. Return to the breath. Even now, as your awareness fades and the edges of thought blur into dream, you are not leaving this moment. You are becoming one with it. Let go. Let yourself be taken gently into the arms of silence. Let every cell in your body exhale. Let every memory settle like dust in a sunbeam, weightless, glowing, unthreatening. Let every piece of you fall exactly where it belongs. You are not broken. You are beloved. You are not missing. You are whole. You are not falling behind. You are falling into peace. And from this peace, everything begins again. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep in grace. And when you wake, wake slowly, with kindness, with softness, with the quiet knowing that you have already begun again. Not by doing, not by striving, but by allowing, by being, and by never forgetting that even loss can be sacred. Let these final breaths be slow. Let them stretch across your entire being, like morning light across the hills, warm and unrushed. You've walked through memory. You've sat with grief. You've allowed stillness to speak. And now, it is time to release. The sky is wide above you, the earth steady below you, and somewhere between them you float. No need to hold your shape. No need to brace yourself. You are not falling, you are floating. There's a small lantern at your center. It flickers gently, even as the rest of you sleeps. It keeps watch, not out of fear, but out of love. It says, all is well, even now. Let yourself be claimed by it. Let yourself be healed by it. Let yourself disappear into it, like a leaf sinking into a still pond. Not gone, not erased, but merged with the whole. The final teaching tonight is not in words, but in silence. So when this voice fades, Stay where you are. No need to get up. No need to move. Just rest. And in that rest, know this: what you have lost does not define you. What you have become in the face of loss, that is your truth, and it is beautiful. Good night. Good night to the stories you no longer need to tell. Good night to the weight you've been quietly carrying. Good night to the past that shaped you, and to the future that waits with open hands. Good night to the breath that has never left you, and good night to the part of you that thought peace was something far away. It's here now, always was, always will be. Sleep peacefully, dear one, you've made it. Love is among the most powerful forces we will ever feel. It opens us, softens us, changes us, but sometimes love hurts. Not because it was wrong, but because it was real. And real things end, shift, fade, fall apart. In this reflection, we sit with the ache of love that didn't stay the way we hoped. Zen does not ask us to run from pain. It asks us to meet it with a calm heart, a steady breath. So let us sit together now with what lingers, with the weight of unsaid words, the echo of someone's absence, the feeling of having given your whole heart and being met with silence. These are not wounds to hide. They are proofs that you have lived. There is a story of a Zen student who fell deeply in love, not with another monk, but with a visitor. When the visitor left, the student was inconsolable. He told his master, "I feel like part of me has died." The master continued, "Before, your heart was closed, safe, but love broke it open. And now everything can reach you. Pain, yes, but also truth and joy and stillness. Let it visit you like rain. You don't need to hold it. You don't need to run from it. Just let it fall. Love hurts not because we failed, but because we cared. And sometimes that care had nowhere to go. But tonight, you can let it rest. You can let the love you carried pour back into yourself. Let your breath do the holding now. Let your silence be the answer you never received. You are not alone in this pain. Millions of hearts are breaking in quiet rooms right now. But you are meeting yours. You are sitting with it. And in that, there is great power, more to come. Think of the times you loved with everything you had. And think of the moment that love stopped being returned. It may have been slow, like a tide retreating so gently you didn't notice at first. Or it may have been sudden, a slammed door, an unanswered message, a silence that said everything. However it happened, it changed you, and that change was not a mistake. It was the moment your love began turning inward. There is a Zen saying, "The moon does not mourn the tide, it simply waits." Not to erase them, but to finally stop carrying their weight. In Zen, impermanence is not the enemy of love. It is its teacher, because love that stays forever is not more meaningful than love that passes. The flower that blooms for a single night still carries beauty. Let the memories bloom now, one by one, and then let them rest. You may never fully understand why someone left. You may never get the apology you deserve, but you can give yourself closure by accepting this moment, this breath. This quiet you are the sanctuary now. You are the one who stays. More coming. Place your hand on your chest if you wish. Feel the breath. Feel the beat of your heart, steady, faithful, unchanged by who stayed or left. This is yours. This is what remains, even when the world feels empty. This rhythm is a quiet reminder that you are still here. You do not need to beg for love to return. You do not need to chase what drifted away. Love will find you again, not as a rescue, but as a reflection of how you've begun to love yourself. Imagine walking a quiet path through tall grass. The sun is low, the breeze is soft. You are alone, but not lonely, because your breath walks with you. Your awareness walks with you. And all the love you once gave to others is now returning. Not in a rush, but in gentle waves. Let it come, let it fill you. There is a story of a monk who was asked if he missed someone who had once broken his heart. He said, "I do, but I no longer hold them. I hold the part of myself that loved them." Wrap yourself in the compassion you've given to others. Let yourself be loved by your own breath, by your own silence, by your own willingness to heal. More to come. Let us sit with the ache, not to wallow in it, but to understand it. There is wisdom hidden in the pain of love lost, the kind of wisdom that does not shout, but whispers. You are not weak for wanting to be held. You are not foolish for believing in forever. You are human, and humans are born with soft hearts and open hands. But sometimes what we reach for does not reach back, and still we reach again, because love is not a mistake, and neither are you. There's a practice in Zen called just sitting. No goal, no mantra, no breath control, just sitting. What if your pain was allowed to just sit with you, not fixed, not analyzed, just held, like a friend who doesn't need to speak? Let the ache be here now. Let it take a seat beside you. Let it breathe. There's nothing wrong with you because you still miss them. There's nothing wrong with you if a certain song, scent, or season brings a pang to your chest. Grief wears many masks, and one of them is longing. But longing doesn't mean you haven't healed. It means you loved deeply, and that depth still echoes. Now picture a field of candles, each one a memory, each one flickering softly. You don't need to blow them out. You just need to walk among them, gently. And when you're ready, you'll walk past them into something quieter, deeper, yours. More coming. Take another slow breath now. Let your exhale stretch a little longer. Feel the space between your ribs open. Feel the mind soften, like the last petal falling from a rose. This is not an ending. This is transformation. You are not the same as you were before you loved, and you are not the same as you were before the pain. You are becoming something new, and that process is sacred. In Zen, we often speak of emptiness not as nothingness, but as openness. The broken heart is not a hole, it is a doorway. Through it, compassion walks in, clarity walks in, self-trust walks in. You begin to see yourself not as someone who was left, but as someone who stayed present, stayed kind, stayed soft in a world that asked you to harden. That softness is your strength. So if your tears come again tonight, let them. Each one is a blessing of release. Each one waters something tender in your soul. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. You just need to meet it. Say silently to yourself, "It's okay, I'm still here, and I still believe in love." You simply sit beneath the tree and breathe. There is nothing to fix here, nothing to grasp, only this presence, only this moment, only this healing that unfolds without effort. If someone told you that love only counts if it lasts forever, they were wrong. Love counts because it was felt, because it moved you, because it made you more human. You are not broken by this story. You are expanded, like the sky after rain, like the forest after fire, like the heart after loss. More to come. Let the love you gave be enough. Let it stand on its own, not because it was returned, but because it was true. The Buddha once said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. The one who loved, the one who survived, and the one who is still becoming. Sleep now, not as escape, but as return. Return to the softness within you. Return to the part of you that never needed fixing. Return to the breath, always here, always steady, always yours. Let every inhale bring comfort. Let every exhale bring surrender. Let your heart grow quiet. Let your body go still. And when dreams come, let them be kind. Let them remind you that love did not leave you empty. It left you open. And in that openness is space for something new. Good night. You are held. You are whole. You are healing. And you are loved. One final breath now. In and out. Let it be enough. No more reaching. No more reviewing the past. No more wondering if you were enough. You were, you are, you always have been. Let the silence of this moment be your final answer. Not the silence of abandonment, but the silence of peace. You are not unfinished because love ended. You are ongoing. Like a river flowing forward. Like the wind continuing long after the voice has stopped. Love did not fail you. It changed you, and now you carry it differently. Not in clenched hands, but in an open heart. Not in sorrow, but in song. So tonight, sing softly in your breath, in your dreams, in the quiet forgiveness you offer yourself, seeing the truth of who you are. Sleep now, with your heart unguarded. Sleep with the knowing that even when love hurts, healing always follows. Always good night. There are moments when it feels like no one understands what you've lost. They say you'll be fine, or you'll find someone new, or time heals everything. We let the ache stay with us, like a soft animal resting in our lap, nervous, tender, real. In Zen, there's a practice of bowing, not just to people, but to emotions. Even pain, you bow, not in submission, but in reverence. You say, I see you, I feel you, you're part of this. All of these parts are worthy of love, especially now. Let go of the belief that you have to be over it by now. Healing doesn't happen on a timeline. It happens in layers. And some layers return again and again, just to see if you're ready to meet them with more kindness this time. Tonight, you are. More coming. Imagine sitting beneath a tree of your own memory. Its roots are made of moments. Its bark is carved with names. Its branches reach toward all the versions of love you've known, sweet, complicated, short, and stormy. Some of those branches are bare now, but still the tree stands. Still it grows. That's you. You are allowed to carry scars. You are allowed to carry joy and sadness in the same breath. You are allowed to hold the memory of someone and still wish they had stayed, and still heal anyway. Because healing is not betrayal. Healing is what your soul came here to do. There's another story from the Zen tradition. A monk, heartbroken, asked his teacher, "How do I let go?" You don't have to let go all at once. You only have to loosen your grip. Let yourself rest. Let your heart unfold. More to come. What would happen if you treated your heart like something sacred? Not something to fix, not something to hide, but something to sit beside, like a candle flickering in the dark. You wouldn't rush it, you wouldn't smother it, you would listen. So tonight, just listen. What does your heart need to say? Maybe it whispers, "I'm tired." Each time you let someone in, even when it ends, you become a little softer, a little wiser. The ache is proof that you let yourself be real. That's something to honor. That's something to bless. Let yourself breathe with that awareness. Let yourself feel the comfort of not needing to explain it all, not to anyone, not even to yourself. Just rest. More to come. There is something deeply healing about stillness. Not the kind that hides, but the kind that listens. Let your stillness speak now. Let it say to the heart, "You are safe." You don't have to walk backward to appreciate what once bloomed. You only have to keep moving forward, gently, with breath, with presence, with compassion for the journey. Now imagine your breath as light, moving through the corners of your body. It finds the places where love once lived. It touches them softly, and in its touch, you feel a release. Not forgetting, but forgiveness. Not detachment, but dignity. You are becoming someone who no longer begs for closure because you've learned that peace doesn't come from them. It comes from within. More to come. Sleep may be near now. The breath has slowed. The body has softened. But before you drift, there is one more truth to remember. And that willingness is where healing begins. Zen teaches us to trust what is, not what should have been, not what could have been, but this breath, this night, this version of you, raw and real and resting. So offer gratitude now. Gratitude for what was, gratitude for what will be, gratitude for the silence that wraps around you like a soft blanket, and gratitude for your heart still here, still whole, still healing. Let this be your final breath before sleep. Exhale, I am enough. Inhale, I am healing. Exhale, I am free. Now rest. Let the dreams come like petals on water. Let the past dissolve behind you. Let love return, not from others, but from within. You are ready, and you are held. Good night, as you drift further inward. Know this, the ache you've carried has carved space inside you, not just for sorrow, but for depth, for understanding, for connection, for beauty that does not fade when someone leaves. You are never too much. You were never not enough. You were exactly as open as love needed you to be, and that love still lives in you. You may feel it again someday with someone new, or you may feel it right now as you breathe into your own presence. Either way, it is sacred, and it belongs to you. Tonight, there is nothing left to hold, no more questions to ask, no more memories to chase, no more explanations to wait for. Just rest, just breath, just this quiet return to self. Your journey is not over. Your softness is not a weakness. Your willingness to feel is not a flaw. It is your wisdom, it is your medicine, and it will guide you home. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep peacefully now. You are not alone. You never were. As your body sinks deeper into stillness, as your breath becomes quieter than thought, let this be the last thing you hear. And now, what you give to yourself is just as true. You are worthy of that love, worthy of that peace, worthy of sleep that isn't haunted by what-ifs or if-onlys. Just rest and know that healing is already happening. In the silence, in the softness, in the simple act of staying here. You stayed, you're still here, and that is everything. Sleep now, let go, let go, let go. And if your dreams bring memories, let them pass like clouds. If your heart speaks again in the night, let it speak gently. You do not need to answer, you only need to listen, and return again and again to your breath, to your body, to your peace. Let this stillness be your home. Let love meet you here, where nothing is missing, and nothing needs to be fixed. Only held, only honored, only breathed into. You are safe now, and this rest is yours. Good night, dear heart. You've done enough for today. Let the silence take you. Let the healing continue without effort, without sound. Only breath, only rest, only love. There is a place within you that you rarely visit, a quiet, shadowed space, not because it is dangerous, but because it is unfamiliar. We call it fear, we call it doubt, we call it darkness, but in Zen, we simply call it a gate. And tonight, we approach that gate together, not to fight, not to flee, but to dance, to learn its rhythm, to let its silence speak, to find the beauty in what we thought we had to avoid. Because darkness is not the absence of light, it is the beginning of it. In the stillness of night, we find what daytime rushes us past. This segment is not here to push you into the light. It's here to help you make peace with the dark. So breathe, let your shoulders fall, let the thoughts unravel, let your breath stretch wider. There is no fear that cannot be softened. There is no shadow that cannot be met. Only the stories we carry and the silence that waits beneath them. Let us enter now. Let us begin dancing with darkness. Darkness is not your enemy. It is the part of the path that asks you to walk slowly with care. The part where vision is traded for intuition, where answers fade and presence deepens. Tonight we sit inside the dark, not to escape it, but to understand it. In Zen, a monk once asked his master, "How do I find the light?" With the feelings we usually label as too much. Close your eyes now, if they're not already closed. Feel the back of your body resting against the bed or floor. Feel the support beneath you. You are being held, not just by the surface below, but by this moment, by this breath, by the stillness that has nothing to prove. There is a story of a Zen monk who meditated each night in a cave. One evening, a storm came. Lightning, thunder, wind howling like spirits. The monk stayed still. The next morning, he wrote, "Nothing shook me but my thoughts." What if the thoughts you fear are only visitors, passing through like weather? You are not the storm. You are the sky it passes through. You do not need to believe every shadow. You only need to breathe through it. Fear says, you can't handle this. With willingness, tonight, your willingness is enough. Even if all you do is stay here. Even if all you do is breathe. You are still healing, still changing, still learning how to dance, not away from the dark, but with it, step by step, thought by thought, breath by breath. Let yourself move gently through it all. No judgment, no rush, just rhythm, just grace, just you. Exactly as you are. Let the silence settle. Let it fill the spaces where thoughts once raced. Let it cool the heat of old memories. You are not meant to be at war with yourself. Not tonight, not ever. Fear does not need to be defeated. It only needs to be understood. Imagine now a lantern in your hands. It does not burn brightly. It flickers gently, soft and steady. It does not blind the darkness. It only reminds you, you're not lost in it. That light is your breath. That light is your awareness. That light is your willingness to remain kind, even here, especially here. You do not need to rush back to the light. Stay in this quiet. Stay in this breath. The moon does not panic when clouds pass. It waits. You too can wait. And in waiting, you begin to remember. You may never know why the fear came. You may never understand every shadow, but you don't have to. You only have to stay, to breathe, to soften, to remember that not all healing feels good right away. Some healing feels like unraveling, like forgetting who you thought you were, so you can meet who you truly are. Zen says, the way out is in. And becoming takes time. There is no prize for rushing through discomfort. There is only a deeper forgetting. So pause here. Linger. Let the quiet be your teacher. Let it show you what the noise has covered up. There's a story in Zen of a man who sat every day beside a river. One day, someone asked him what he was looking for. He said, I'm not looking. I'm remembering. Even in darkness, even in doubt, especially then, take a long inhale. Let it fill you like wind fills a sail. And as you exhale, let go of what is not yours to carry. Other people's fear, other people's shame, old stories that no longer speak your truth. Let them pass. You are not them. You are here. You are healing. And the darkness is your witness. Do not underestimate the power of simply staying. You are teaching your nervous system that stillness is safe, that presence is possible. That darkness is not danger, it is depth. Let your breath carry that truth now. Each inhale, a quiet yes. Each exhale, a soft release. Yes, I can be here. Yes, I can feel this. Yes, I can rest. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late to peace. Peace lives inside this very breath. It has always been here, waiting beneath the noise. The silence you fear is not empty. It is full of healing, of space, of possibility. Tonight, you don't have to become anything. You only have to return to what's always been true. You are whole. You are worthy. You are not lost in the dark. You are dancing through it, and the rhythm is love. There are moments when even the breath feels heavy, when the weight of being feels like too much. If that's where you are now, it's okay. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to rise. You don't have to be strong. You only have to be here, still, breathing, listening. Let the darkness hold you. Let it cradle the parts of you that have grown tired. Let it wrap around you, not as a trap, but as a blanket. You are not alone in this. The night sky is full of quiet companions. Each star a witness, each breeze a reminder. You are not falling apart. You are releasing. You are not drowning. You are dissolving back into yourself. And in that dissolution, you will find something deeper than light. You will find rest, and in that rest, renewal. Stay with your breath now. Let it slow. Let it deepen, like roots into soil, like shadows stretching into dawn. You've made it through the thickest part of the night, not by fighting, but by listening, not by fixing, but by staying. There's nothing more you need to do. Only soften, only trust. Only remember that darkness is not something outside of you. It's something within, just another room in the house of your being. Tonight, you opened that door, and you walked through. That is courage, not loud, not fierce, just steady. Just quiet. Zen calls this fearless silence. You are not meant to be anyone else right now. Not stronger, not smarter, not braver, just you, and you are enough. Your journey through this darkness has not been empty. It has been rich with wisdom. It has shown you the shape of your mind, the rhythm of your fear, the depth of your breath. And now it shows you the quiet truth beneath all things. underneath the need to become anything. You are not becoming, you are being, and being is the most sacred thing of all. Let this truth rest with you now. Let it cradle your breath. Let it soften your sleep. Let it return you to yourself. You've come far tonight, from the edge of discomfort to the center of calm, from resisting the dark to dancing with it. And the dance continues, not in big movements, but in breath, in being, in simply choosing not to run. That choice is everything. It's what keeps you steady when emotions rise. It's what keeps you kind when memories return. It's what keeps you free, even in stillness. So rest in that freedom now. Let the final thoughts pass like clouds across a midnight sky. No need to hold them. No need to push them away. They are not you. You are the sky, vast, silent, unshaken. And the sky does not fear the storm. It holds it until it passes, and the light always returns, not with effort, with time, with breath, with grace. Now lie back. Let the quiet be your blanket. Let the darkness be your friend. Let the breath be your anchor. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, I am whole. Inhale, I am enough. Exhale, I am free. You don't need to know the next step. You only need to know this one, this breath, this stillness, this sleep. Zen whispers, when the mind rests, the world rests. Only this moment, only this peace, only this dark sky waiting to show you stars. You have danced with darkness, and in doing so, you've remembered your light. It was never gone, only hidden, only waiting, and now it shines again. Sleep well, dear heart. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. Good night. You are ready. Let go. Welcome, weary traveler, to this gentle space. Breathe deeply with me now. Allow the air to fill your lungs, a soft tide rising and falling. Let the weight of the day fall away with each exhale. Tonight, we explore the quiet art of letting go. Imagine, if you will, a small, flickering lantern. This lantern represents all you cling to, your worries, your to-do lists, the thoughts that tether you. See its warm glow, perhaps a little too bright. Feel its slight pull in your hand. Now, picture yourself standing on the shore of a vast, tranquil lake. The water stretches out, mirroring the starlit sky above. It is still calm and infinitely deep. The air is cool, carrying the scent of night blossoms. You hold this lantern, its light illuminating only a small circle around you. It casts long shadows, distorting the peaceful landscape. Feel the slight tension in your grip, the need to hold on, to control, to illuminate. But the lake invites you to release, to trust the darkness that holds the promise of dawn, to float on its surface unburdened. Consider the story of a young monk, eager and earnest. He sought wisdom from the old master, day after day. "Master," he asked, his voice filled with urgency, "how can I find peace?" The master smiled, a gentle ripple in the quiet morning. He handed the monk a smooth, round stone. "Hold this stone," he said, "and tell me what you feel." The monk clutched the stone tightly. "It is heavy, master," he replied, after a moment. "And what else?" the master prompted. "It is hard, cold," the monk continued, his grip unyielding. "How long can you hold it?" the master inquired. The monk held it for an hour, his hand beginning to ache. Then 2 hours, his arm trembling. Finally, with a sigh of relief, he let it drop. The stone landed with a soft plop on the earthen floor. "You see," the master said, his eyes twinkling, "the longer you hold something, the heavier it becomes. Even a small stone, held for too long, can become an unbearable burden. So it is with your worries, your grievances, your attachments. They may seem small at first, but held on to, they grow. They weigh you down, preventing you from soaring. Breathe in this wisdom. Breathe out the need to carry every single stone. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Imagine those stones, one by one, slipping from your grasp, falling gently, dissolving into the quiet earth. Feel the lightness that begins to spread through your limbs. The release is not abandonment. It is a profound act of trust, trusting that the universe holds you even when you release your grip, trusting that you are safe even without holding on so tightly. Think of a boat tethered to the shore. It longs to explore the vast ocean, to feel the rise and fall of the waves, to journey to distant lands, but the rope holds it fast. It pulls against the current, unable to move freely. The boat cannot fulfill its purpose, its potential, until the rope is untied, until it is allowed to drift, guided by the currents. Let your breath be that untying, a gentle release of the ropes that bind you, the ropes of expectation, of past hurts, the ropes of what should be rather than what is. Each inhale, a moment of presence, each exhale, a surrender. You are not letting go of who you are. You are simply letting go of what no longer serves you. Like a tree sheds its leaves in autumn, it doesn't mourn the loss. It understands it's a necessary part of growth, a preparation for new beginnings, for the quiet promise of spring. So too can you shed what is no longer needed, the old thoughts, the heavy emotions, the need to control every outcome. Visualize yourself as that tree, strong, rooted, yet flexible, allowing the gentle breeze to carry away what is dry and brittle. making space for new, vibrant life. Feel the whisper of the breeze on your skin, a caress, not a demand. A soft invitation to release, to simply be. Let your awareness drift to your breath once more. Feel its rhythm, steady and calm. It is always there, a constant anchor. A reminder that even in letting go, there is stability. There is a deep, unwavering peace within you. A peace that doesn't depend on what you hold, but on what you allow to pass through. Like clouds drifting across the sky, they are not the sky itself. They are simply visitors. Thoughts and feelings are like these clouds. They come and go. They are not you. You are the vast, unchanging sky. Observe them without judgment, without the need to grasp or push away. Simply watch them dissolve. Allow the narrative of your day, your week, your life to soften, to blur at the edges. Let the details recede, the worries diminish, the tensions unwind. Imagine a lotus flower unfolding its petals, each petal a layer of protection, of beauty. But the lotus does not cling to its petals. It simply unfurls, expressing its essence, and eventually it releases them back to the water, trusting the cycle, trusting its own nature. You too can unfurl. You too can release. There is no need to force it. No struggle required. Just a gentle, willing surrender. Feel your body becoming heavier, sinking deeper into the surface beneath you. Each muscle relaxing, each cell softening. The breath continues its quiet dance, a lullaby for your nervous system, a soothing melody inviting sleep. Remember that lantern from the beginning, the one you held so tightly. Now imagine yourself on the shore of that tranquil lake again. The stars are brighter now, the water even more serene, and you still hold the lantern, but your grip is softening. You look at its light and you understand it is not truly needed here. The lake, the stars, the quiet wisdom of the night, they illuminate all that truly matters. And so, with a gentle, conscious act, you open your fingers and you release the lantern. Watch it float away, a tiny beacon on the water, its light diminishing slowly, gracefully, becoming one with the reflections of the stars. It is not gone, it has simply found its freedom, and so have you. Feel the profound sense of release, the shoulders dropping even further, the breath deepening into stillness. There is nothing left to hold, nothing to carry, only the quiet expanse of the night, only the soothing embrace of sleep. Allow any remaining tension to melt, like ice dissolving into cool water. From your toes to your ankles, up through your calves, your knees, letting go of any tightness in your thighs, your hips, your abdomen, your lower back, your upper back, all softening, sinking. Your chest relaxes. Your shoulders are heavy, yet free, your arms and hands soft and loose, your neck long and fluid, your jaw unhinged, your tongue resting gently in your mouth. Your eyelids heavy and still, your forehead smooth and calm, the space behind your eyes peaceful. You are simply resting, drifting, floating on the surface of deep, peaceful slumber. No effort needed, no holding required, just the gentle rhythm of your breath, a whisper in the quiet night, inviting you deeper and deeper still, into profound rest, into complete stillness. Let go, let go, let go, and sleep. You are now a vast expanse, boundless and free, like the night sky itself, unburdened by the fleeting stars, unaffected by the passing clouds, simply being, simply resting. Breathe in the calm, breathe out the last vestiges of effort. Consider the old story of the monk and the ferryman. A young monk approached a wide, swift-flowing river. He needed to cross to reach the monastery on the other side. A gruff old ferryman was there, waiting in his small boat. "Will you take me across, Master Ferryman?" the monk asked politely. The ferryman nodded, and the monk stepped into the boat. As they moved across the river, the monk began to recite. He spoke of the Eightfold Path, of the Four Noble Truths, of the profound teachings he had studied diligently. The ferryman listened in silence, his oar dipping steadily. When they reached the opposite bank, the monk stepped out. He turned to the ferryman, bowing deeply. "Thank you, Master Ferryman, for your wisdom and your service." The ferryman simply grunted. Then, with a wry smile, he said, "If you truly wish to cross, monk, you must leave your boat on this side." The monk paused, puzzled at first. Then a light dawned in his eyes. He had carried his teachings, his knowledge, like a boat. But to truly embody them, to walk the path, he had to leave the vessel behind. He had to let go of the intellectual grasp and simply step onto the solid ground of experience. Breathe in this profound teaching. Breathe out the need to grasp, to analyze, to hold on to concepts. Let go of the thoughts about letting go. Let go of the effort to let go. Just allow it to happen naturally. Like a leaf falling from a tree in autumn. It doesn't resist the wind. It doesn't fight gravity. It simply releases and floats gently to the earth. You are floating now, a leaf on the calm surface of a still pond. The reflections of the moon and stars dance around you, but you are not clinging to them. You are simply carried by the water's gentle movement. Allow yourself to be carried into deeper tranquility. The sounds around you, if any, begin to fade, merging into a soft ambient hum. The sensations in your body become subtle. A warmth, a lightness, a gentle hum of your own being. Thoughts, like distant echoes, may still arise, but they no longer capture your attention. They simply pass by without attachment, without judgment. You are the silent observer. The vast, quiet space in which all things unfold. This is the freedom of release, the profound peace found in surrender. Imagine a tightly clenched fist, holding on, protecting, perhaps even fighting. Feel the tension in your knuckles, the strain in your forearm. Now, slowly, gently, begin to unfurl your fingers, one by one, without force, without expectation, just allowing them to soften, to open. Feel the release of that tension, the softening of the muscles, the lightness that spreads through your hand. This is the essence of letting go, not a battle, but a gentle unfurling, a softening into acceptance. Acceptance of what is, acceptance of your own need for rest. You are preparing for a journey, not a physical journey, but a journey inward, into the depths of dreamless sleep. A journey guided by the wisdom of your body, by the innate intelligence of your being. Trust this journey. Trust this process. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be. Other than here, in this moment of quiet repose, let your consciousness dim like a lamp turning low, the edges of your awareness blurring, fading, softening. You are sinking deeper now, into the warm embrace of the earth, into the boundless quiet of the universe. Each breath is a step further into peace, each exhale a deeper surrender. Feel the air entering your nostrils, cool and refreshing, then leaving, warm and soft, a gentle rhythm, a natural lullaby. Recall the lantern once more. Now it is far out on the lake, its light a tiny, shimmering dot, almost indistinguishable from the starlight. You watch it recede, and with it all the burdens it represented, all the clinging, the holding, the needing to control. They are drifting away, out of sight, out of mind. You are left with only the vastness, the quietude, the profound sense of peace. Resting in this stillness, there is nothing to achieve, nothing to solve, simply to be, to surrender to the healing power of sleep. Allow your mind to become like the still lake, reflecting the calm of the heavens, unperturbed by ripples, unmoved by currents, just a vast, tranquil mirror. Let go of any thoughts that try to pull you back, any lingering concerns, any planning for tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Right now is for rest, for replenishment, for deep, restorative sleep. The whisper of Zen tells us, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Let your mind become as vast and unburdened as water, flowing without resistance, taking the shape of the present moment, melding with the deep quiet of the night. Feel your breath becoming almost imperceptible, so shallow, so soft, a gentle hum of life at its most peaceful. You are dissolving into the comfort beneath you, becoming one with the stillness, one with the darkness. There is no boundary between you and the peace. You are the peace. You are the stillness. You are the quiet of the night. Let go of any remaining physical tension. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, allow every cell, every fiber of your being to soften, to relax, to surrender. The gentle currents of sleep are carrying you now, further and further from the shores of wakefulness, into the deep, dark ocean of rest. Trust this journey. It is a journey you have taken countless times. A natural, inherent part of your being. There is no need to fear the letting go, for in letting go, you gain everything. You gain peace. You gain renewal. You gain the profound restoration that sleep provides. Sleep is not an end. It is a gateway to a refreshed mind, a revitalized body, a renewed spirit. So, release your grip entirely. Release the last thread of consciousness. Allow yourself to sink gently, effortlessly, into the soft, dark depths of slumber. Let the final whispers of your day dissipate, like mist in the morning sun, leaving behind only clarity, only peace, only the profound quiet of true rest. Sleep deeply, sleep well, let go, and simply be. Welcome, dear one, to this quiet harbor. Let your breath deepen, settling into the gentle rhythm of your own heart. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, a soft wave in an ocean of stillness. Allow the sounds around you to fade, not by effort, but by simply shifting your attention to the silent space within. Tonight, we turn our gaze inward, not to find fault, but to discover the wellspring of compassion that resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be unleashed. This journey inward is not one of confrontation, but of gentle understanding, a soft unfolding of layers that may have long been held tight. Life offers us many paths. Some are wide and clear, paved with sunlight and ease. Others are shadowed and winding, filled with unexpected turns, steep ascents, and dense thickets. We often navigate these paths with a critical eye, judging our pace, our missteps, our perceived failures. But there is one path, often overlooked, often forgotten in our rush to achieve or escape, that holds the profound power to transform every step, every challenge, every moment of being. This is the path of compassion, not just for others, the suffering strangers, the struggling friends, but for the most intimate landscape of all, your own being. It is a radical form of kindness, a profound acceptance of self, that paradoxically opens the door to greater connection with the world around you. In Zen, there's a timeless saying that encapsulates this simplicity and profundity before enlightenment. CHOP would carry water. After enlightenment, chop would carry water. This speaks to the unchanging nature of our daily tasks, the ordinary acts that fill our lives. But it also hints at the subtle, yet revolutionary, shift in how we approach our tasks, our burdens, and ultimately ourselves. When we approach these ordinary acts with compassion, even the heaviest load becomes lighter. The wood is chopped not with resentment, but with presence. The water is carried not as a chore, but as a meditation. And the self, in all its imperfections and struggles, is met not with harsh judgment, but with a gentle, understanding heart. This inner shift redefines the very essence of effort and ease. Imagine, if you will, a small, bruised bird in your hands. Perhaps it has fallen from its nest, or been buffeted by a storm. You wouldn't scold it for its weakness, or demand it fly immediately, or criticize its inability to navigate the world. Instead, you would instinctively cradle it gently, offering warmth from your palms, quiet from your presence, and safety from further harm. You would understand its fragility, its pain, its raw vulnerability. This is the natural posture of compassion, an innate human response to suffering. Now, turn that same gentle gaze inward. What parts of you feel bruised, tired, or afraid? What wounds, visible or invisible, do you carry from past falls or emotional storms? Hold them with the same tenderness, the same gentle concern you would offer to that small, injured creature. Recognize that these parts of you are not flaws, but rather echoes of experiences that have shaped you. We often believe, conditioned by societal expectations and internal narratives, that we must constantly be strong, unyielding, resilient to the point of imperviousness, even perfect in every aspect. We are told to push through, get over it, be tough, but true strength, the strength that endures and nourishes, lies not in rigidity, but in our capacity for softness, for understanding, for radical acceptance of our own humanity, with all its inherent missines, triumphs, and vulnerabilities. The fears you carry, those nagging anxieties that cling to the edges of your thoughts, the doubts that whisper insidious tales of inadequacy, the past mistakes that echo, sometimes loudly, sometimes subtly, in the quiet corners of your mind, they are not enemies to be vanquished in a fierce battle. They are not weaknesses to be hidden or overcome through brute force. Rather, they are simply parts of your vast and intricate story that are asking for your gentle attention, your patient listening, and your unwavering kindness. They seek acknowledgement, not eradication. Consider the timeless story of the Buddha, when he sat beneath the Bodhi tree, facing the ultimate challenge to his enlightenment. He wasn't engaged in a violent battle with his inner demons, personified as Mara and his army. Instead, the legends tell us he simply acknowledged their presence. He met them not with a sword, but with an open hand, offering them tea and a seat. He extended a profound, unwavering presence, a radical compassion that, in its very essence, dissolved their power. This deep understanding of meeting discomfort, not with resistance, but with acceptance, is central to the path of compassion. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It means embracing it as an inherent, if sometimes challenging, part of the human experience, without the added burden of judgment or self-recrimination. It is the courageous act of saying yes to what is, even when what is feels difficult or unpleasant. Breathe into this space of profound acceptance now. Feel your body exactly as it is in this moment, held by the unyielding support beneath you, whether it be your bed, a cushion, or the earth itself. Feel the subtle dance of your breath, flowing in and out, a constant act of receiving the fullness of life and releasing what no longer serves. This continuous cycle of inhalation and exhalation is compassion in action, allowing life to move through you without resistance, without gripping, without trying to control the uncontrollable. Each breath is an affirmation. I am here. I am allowing. We are all interconnected, like intricate threads in a vast, vibrant tapestry. Every individual thread, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, impacts the whole. When we extend kindness, understanding, and forgiveness to ourselves, when we nurture that inner landscape with genuine care, we don't just benefit ourselves. We ripple that kindness outwards, naturally and effortlessly to the world around us. When we offer compassion to our own perceived flaws, our own moments of doubt or struggle, we learn, through direct experience, how to offer that same grace to others. Self-compassion is not a selfish act. It is, in fact, the most fundamental foundation of genuine connection, authentic empathy, and profound love for all beings. It is the seed from which true altruism blossoms. So, as you drift deeper into rest, into the soft embrace of the night, carry this lantern of compassion with you. Let its gentle, warm light illuminate the shadowed corners of your mind, not to expose them harshly, not to bring them under a scrutinizing glare, but to warm them with understanding, with acceptance, with the quiet knowing that they too belong. To show them they are loved exactly as they are, to remind them they are safe within the vastness of your being. This inner illumination is not about banishing the dark, but about integrating it, making it part of the wholeness. You are not broken. There is nothing in you that needs fixing, nothing that needs to be repaired. You are not incomplete. You are a whole, perfect being in this very moment. You are a masterpiece in progress, an ever-unfolding mystery, unfolding with grace and resilience. And every perceived imperfection, every challenge you have faced, every tender spot within your heart is simply a part of your unique, intricate, and deeply beautiful path. These are not blemishes. They are the texture of your journey, the very fabric of your wisdom. They are the stories etched into your soul, making you precisely who you are. Rest now, dear heart. Let the quiet hum of compassion be your lullaby. Let it cradle you in its warmth, a soft embrace that dissolves all tension, all striving. Feel yourself sinking deeper into the support beneath you, as if melting into the very earth itself. And know, in this quiet stillness, that you are held not just by the physical surface, but by the boundless embrace of existence. You are understood in a way that transcends words or logic, and you are deeply, profoundly, unconditionally loved. Allow this knowing to permeate every cell of your being. Let it be the final thought that accompanies you as you cross the threshold into slumber. Sleep well. Welcome, calm heart, to this sanctuary of sound and silence. As your breath finds its natural rhythm, allow yourself to settle, not just into the space around you, but into the vast, luminous space within. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, a quiet tide reflecting the boundless expanse of your inner landscape. Tonight, we explore a profound paradox at the very heart of Zen wisdom, the art of stillness in motion. It is the wisdom of finding quietude amidst activity, a deep, abiding peace within the ceaseless dance of life, and an unshakable presence in every passing moment, no matter how fleeting or intense. This is not about stopping life, but about living it more fully with every fiber of your being. Our modern lives, particularly in the rapid currents of the 21st century, often demand constant movement, an endless stream of tasks, and a relentless forward momentum that can feel both exhilarating and exhausting. We rush from one appointment to the next, from one notification to another, from one thought to 1,000 more, rarely pausing to truly inhabit the present moment, to feel the ground beneath our feet or the air on our skin. This perpetual outward engagement, this constant dispersal of our energy, can leave us feeling scattered, fragmented, depleted, and tragically disconnected from our deepest, most authentic selves. We lose touch with the inner compass that guides us, yet true Zen, in its boundless wisdom, does not ask us to abandon the world, to retreat into an isolated hermitage, or to disengage from our responsibilities. Instead, it offers a radical invitation to bring a quality of profound stillness, of absolute unwavering attention to every single action, transforming the mundane, the ordinary, the even tiresome, into a sacred dance, a living meditation. Consider, for a moment, the ancient Japanese tea ceremony known as Chado, the way of tea. It is not merely about brewing and drinking tea. It is a profound embodiment of Zen practice, a meticulously choreographed ritual. Every single gesture, every precise pour, every thoughtful sip, every unfolding of the cloth is executed with a deliberate slowness, with absolute presence and grace. The very act of preparing and sharing tea transcends its practical purpose, becoming a profound meditation, a miniature universe where time seems to expand, and the ordinary is imbued with extraordinary meaning. The essence lies not in the final cup of tea itself, but in the way the tea is prepared and received. The mindful intention woven into each movement. It is a living, breathing testament to stillness in motion. The hands move, the water pours, the whisk stirs, but the mind remains calm, centered, utterly present, and fully engaged. There is no rush, no distraction, no lingering thoughts of the past or anxious projections of the future. There is only the purity of the present moment unfolding, reverently, intentionally. Think also of a master calligrapher at work, his presence almost palpable. His brush dances across the delicate paper, fluid and swift, yet his eyes hold a distant focus, and his mind is utterly still, a vast, clear canvas. His breath is deep, rooted, his posture erect yet relaxed, his gaze unwavering, directed not just at the paper, but through it into an infinite space. Each elegant stroke, each powerful character, is not born from hurried effort or anxious striving, but from a quiet, expansive center, an emptiness that allows the form to emerge spontaneously, perfectly, effortlessly. The motion is born of profound stillness. He is not trying to create a beautiful character. He is the beautiful character, expressed through the vehicle of his hands. This is the seamless integration of profound inner quiet with dynamic outer expression, a perfect harmony of being and doing. Now, bring this heightened awareness to your own body, even as you lie or sit in this comfortable space. Feel the subtle, intricate motions within you that never cease. The rhythmic beat of your heart, a tireless drum echoing in your chest, a testament to life itself. The gentle expansion and contraction of your lungs, a constant, effortless ebb and flow, a continuous conversation with the world. Even in apparent physical stillness, your body is a magnificent symphony of interconnected motions, a cosmic dance happening within your very being. Allow your awareness to gently rest within these internal movements, finding the quietude at their core. Each beat, each breath, each subtle internal shift can become a profound anchor to the present moment, a continuous reminder of the living stillness that sustains you, that animates you, that connects you to all of life. In our daily lives, often perceived as chaotic and demanding, we can consciously apply this profound principle to even the most mundane activities, transforming them into opportunities for presence and peace. Washing dishes can cease to be a chore and become a moving meditation. Each scrub, each rinse, a conscious act of cleansing, not just the dishes, but also your mind. Walking can transform from mere hurried transportation into a sacred walking meditation. Each step placed with deliberate intention, feeling the intricate connection between your foot and the earth beneath, noticing the unique rhythm of your gait, the gentle sway of your arms, the breath moving in harmony. The fundamental point is not to artificially slow everything down to a crawl, though mindful slowness can be helpful. Rather, it is to bring a quality of profound presence, a quality of integrated stillness to the speed at which you already operate. It is about being fully there, fully available to whatever arises in each moment, without fragmentation, without distraction. There is a beautiful and evocative koan, a Zen riddle designed to bypass the analytical mind and awaken direct insight, that speaks precisely to this state. The wild geese do not intend to cast their reflections. The water has no mind to receive their image. The geese fly freely across the sky, spontaneously, without any conscious intention to create a reflection. And the water, in its vast, clear purity, simply reflects, without desire, without judgment, without effort. This koan beautifully illustrates a profound state of non-doing within doing, of letting go of attachment to outcome and simply allowing life to unfold in its natural, effortless way. When you are fully present, fully engaged with your action, yet simultaneously unattached to the result, you are truly moving with the flow of life, not resisting it, not pushing against it. You embody the very essence of stillness in motion. Feel your breath moving through your entire body now, like a gentle, rhythmic wave. As you inhale, feel energy rising, a subtle, expansive activation throughout your being. As you exhale, feel a release, a softening, a profound return to your center, to your core stillness. This fundamental inhale-exhale cycle is the most basic and profound motion, and within its continuous dance lies the deepest stillness, always accessible, always available to you. It is a constant, unwavering invitation to return to your inner sanctuary, to your stable core, no matter what external circumstances may be swirling around you, no matter how turbulent the waves on the surface. The practice of Zen, through its various disciplines like Zazen, seated meditation and Kinhain walking meditation, teaches us that the untrained mind, left unchecked, is often likened to a restless monkey, leaping frantically from branch to branch, from thought to thought, rarely truly settling, rarely finding peace. Stillness in motion is the gentle, compassionate taming of this monkey mind, not by force or coercion, but by patient, persistent, and loving attention. It's about redirecting its boundless energy, transforming its frantic, scattered leaps into graceful, intentional movements, focused on the present moment. When the mind is deeply engaged with the here and now, even a seemingly mundane or repetitive task becomes a profound pathway to inner peace, a door to deeper awareness. Think of a master dancer, perhaps perhaps a ballet dancer or a martial artist. In her most powerful, dynamic, and expressive movements, there is always an underlying stillness, a core of impeccable balance and unwavering control that allows for truly fluid, expressive motion. She doesn't fight against the immutable laws of gravity. She works with them, harnessing their power. She doesn't force her limbs into rigid positions. She allows them to extend and retract with a natural, organic flow. Her energy, though outwardly dynamic, flows from a deep internal quietude, a profound centeredness. Her artistry, her ability to embody beauty and power, is born from this perfect union of dynamic action and profound inner calm. You, too, can learn to dance through your life with this same grace, this same effortless power. Now, bring your soft attention to any areas of lingering tension in your body. Perhaps your shoulders are unconsciously hunched towards your ears, or your jaw is tightly clenched, or your brow is furrowed. These are places where motion has become rigid, where the natural flow has been impeded, where stillness has been lost, replaced by gripping. With your next gentle exhale, imagine softening these areas, not forcing them to release through willpower, but inviting them kindly and patiently to relax. Visualize the tension melting away, like a block of ice dissolving into cool, clear water, returning to its natural, fluid, unresisted state. This is an act of compassionate release, allowing the life force, the motion, to flow freely and effortlessly once more, restoring balance and ease. The concept of mushin, wusin, in Japanese Zen and martial arts translates to no mind or mind without mind. It refers to a profound state of consciousness that is utterly free from thoughts, emotions, and preconceived notions, a mind unburdened by ego or attachment. It is a state of pure spontaneity, where action flows effortlessly, intuitively, without conscious deliberation, without the interference of overthinking. This is considered the ultimate expression of stillness in motion, a state where there is no separation between the doer and the doing, between the consciousness and the act. It's not about being mindless or unconscious, but about being so deeply present, so utterly absorbed in the moment that the mind is clear and still, like a perfectly polished mirror reflecting reality without distortion or judgment. When you bring this quality of no mind to your actions, even the most complex tasks can become remarkably simpler, more efficient. You respond to situations intuitively, without the hesitation of overthinking or second-guessing. You act from a place of deep, inherent knowing, rather than being driven by external pressures or internal anxieties. This cultivated state allows for remarkable efficiency, pristine clarity, and a profound sense of ease, even in the most high-pressure situations. It's the essential difference between desperately trying to force a mighty river to flow in a particular direction and simply allowing it to follow its natural, most efficient course, guiding it gently rather than battling it. As you prepare for the profound depths of rest, allow your body to experience its own inherent stillness in motion. Your breath continues its gentle, unwavering dance, a silent choreography within you. Your heart continues its steady, tireless beat, sustaining life with every pulse. Your blood flows through countless intricate vessels. Your cells renew themselves. Your body systems function in perfect, effortless harmony. You don't need to consciously control these miraculous processes. They simply are, guided by an innate, ancient intelligence. Surrender to this natural, profound wisdom within you. Trust its perfect unfolding. Imagine you are standing in the very center of a perfectly calm, expansive lake. Above you, the clouds drift lazily across the vast expanse of the sky, their luminous reflection appearing with pristine clarity on the water's undisturbed surface. A gentle, almost imperceptible breeze stirs, creating subtle, fleeting ripples that dance across the surface of the lake, yet the deep, still water beneath remains utterly undisturbed, unmoving in its profound depth. You are like that deep water, calm, vast, ancient, unmoving in your fundamental essence, even as the surface of your thoughts and daily experiences may ripple and shift, ebb and flow. This is the stillness that lies beneath all activity, the peace that is not dependent on external circumstances, on the absence of challenge, or on perfect conditions. It is always there, always accessible, always present within you, accessed through the simple act of conscious breath, through the profound act of presence, through your willing surrender to simply be. As you transition now from the waking world to the soft embrace of sleep, let this awareness deepen. Let the surface ripples of your day, with all their demands and distractions, gently fade away, revealing the vast, undisturbed calm that is your true nature, waiting patiently beneath. The Zen masters speak not just of Zazen, seated meditation, as a practice, but as a living state of being. It is the profound art of sitting in stillness, observing the mind without judgment, allowing thoughts to come and go like clouds passing across an infinite sky. But this stillness is not passive, not inert. It is a vibrant, engaged stillness, a watchful, luminous awareness that integrates everything into the present moment, accepting all that arises. This same powerful quality of presence and integration can be brought to all movement, all activity, transforming your entire life into a meditation. So, let your body become utterly heavy now. Feel yourself sinking deeper, ever deeper, into the supportive surface beneath you. Your muscles are softening, releasing every last shred of lingering tension, dissolving into ease. Your bones are finding their true, perfect resting place, aligning in comfort. Your skin feels exquisitely warm and deeply relaxed. Even in this profound physical stillness, there is a subtle yet undeniable living motion, the continuous quiet breath, the steady rhythmic heartbeat, the gentle resonant hum of your own vital energy. Allow your mind to become still as well. The thoughts that once rushed like a turbulent, overflowing river now slow to a gentle, meandering stream, then to a quiet, almost imperceptible trickle, and finally settle into the vast, luminous surface of a silent, unmoving lake. You are not pushing them away, not fighting them. You are simply no longer clinging to them, no longer giving them your precious energy. You are observing them with a soft, compassionate detachment, recognizing them as transient phenomena, like those clouds in the sky, not as your true, eternal essence. This is the ultimate freedom of stillness in motion, the profound freedom to engage fully with life, with all its inherent challenges and boundless joys, without ever losing your inner center, your unshakable core of peace. The freedom to respond authentically, spontaneously, intuitively, without being swept away by external pressures or internal reactivity. The freedom to find peace not in the absence of activity, not in a world devoid of challenges, but deeply, profoundly, in the very heart of it. As you continue to drift gently towards the sacred threshold of sleep, visualize yourself as a perfectly balanced top, spinning rapidly, yet paradoxically appearing perfectly still and centered at its core. This inner stillness, this unmoving hub, is your true nature. It is always available, always present, always accessible, no matter how fast or chaotic the world around you may seem to spin. Rest in this profound, comforting truth. Let any remaining resistance, any last trace of holding on, dissolve completely. Let go of the need to do, to fix, to understand, to control. Simply allow yourself to be carried by the gentle, unseen current of your breath, deeper and deeper into a state of profound peace and utterly restorative slumber. You are safe, you are whole, you are still, profoundly still, even in motion. Sleep now, dear heart, with the timeless wisdom of stillness as your guide, carrying you into the deepest, most rejuvenating rest. Welcome, gentle heart, to this quiet unfolding, this sacred pause in the ceaseless rhythm of your day. As your breath guides you deeper into stillness, allow yourself to soften, to release, to simply be here now, in this precious, fleeting moment. Tonight, we turn our attention to one of the most fundamental and liberating truths of existence, the profound nature of impermanence. Everything changes, always. This isn't a sorrowful truth, but a vibrant invitation to liberation. Our human minds often cling to what is familiar, what we perceive as stable and enduring. We yearn for permanence in relationships, in possessions, in our health and well-being. But the very fabric of life is woven with change. Seasons shift, thoughts arise and pass, emotions ebb and flow, bodies grow and transform. To resist this constant flux is to resist life itself, creating friction and suffering. Zen teaches us to ride the waves of change, to find stability not in what remains, but in our awareness of what constantly shifts. Consider the metaphor of a river. A river is never the same from one moment to the next. The water flowing past is constantly new, yet we call it the same river. Its banks may erode or shift, its depth may vary, but its essence as a flowing body of water persists. Your life, your very being, is like this river. Each breath is new, each cell is regenerating, each experience is unique. To truly live is to flow with this current, not to try and dam it up or force it into a static form. Think of a blossom. It unfurls its delicate petals in the spring, vibrant and full of life. For a time, it graces the branch with its beauty. But as the season progresses, its petals begin to wither, to fall, returning to the earth. Is its life less beautiful because it is brief? Does its fading diminish its glory? No, its very impermanence lends it a poignant beauty, a preciousness that calls us to fully appreciate its fleeting existence. We are invited to witness its entire cycle, from emergence to release, with an open heart. This isn't about resignation or indifference. Embracing impermanence means engaging fully with each moment, knowing it will pass. It means savoring joy without clinging to it, and meeting sorrow without being overwhelmed by its apparent finality. It's about living with a gentle spaciousness, understanding that everything, absolutely everything, is just visiting. Your thoughts are visitors. Your feelings are visitors. The people in your life are here for a time. Even your physical sensations are transient. In Buddhist philosophy, this truth is called anicca. It's not a belief to be intellectualized, but a reality to be directly experienced. Through meditation, we train our minds to observe the arising and passing of phenomena without attachment. We watch thoughts appear and disappear like clouds in the sky. We feel sensations intensify and then dissolve. We notice emotions swell and then subside. In this direct observation, we begin to recognize the ephemeral nature of all things. And paradoxically, we find a profound sense of peace. Imagine holding sand in your hand. If you clench your fist tightly, trying to hold onto every grain, it will inevitably slip through your fingers. But if you hold your hand open, gently cupped, the sand rests peacefully, and you can appreciate its texture and warmth. Our attempts to grasp and control the changing nature of life are like clenching that fist. When we relax our grip, when we open our hands to the flow of impermanence, we find that life, in its very transience, can be held with grace. This understanding allows us to appreciate the present moment more deeply. If you know a beautiful sunset will last only a few minutes, you pay closer attention to its colors, its fading light. If you know a precious conversation might be unique, you listen more intently. Impermanence sharpens our awareness, inviting us to infuse each now with our full presence, our full heart. It makes every ordinary moment extraordinary simply because it will never happen again in exactly the same way. When faced with loss, whether it's the passing of a loved one, the end of a job, or the fading of youth, impermanence can initially feel like a harsh teacher. But over time, it reveals its deeper lesson, that suffering often arises not from change itself, but from our resistance to change, our grief over what was, and our fear of what will be. When we allow ourselves to truly feel the pain of transition without judgment or pushing away, we can then begin to release our grip, to let go, and to find the natural rhythm of healing and renewal. Think of the cycles of nature. The trees shed their leaves in autumn, appearing barren and lifeless. But this shedding is essential for the new growth of spring. The winter's cold gives way to the warmth of summer. Nothing stays the same, and this constant transformation is the very source of life's vibrancy and resilience. Your own life, with its challenges and new beginnings, mirrors these grand natural cycles. Breathe into this understanding. With each inhale, accept the present moment exactly as it is, with all its nuances. With each exhale, gently release any clinging, any resistance to what has passed or what is yet to come. Feel the spaciousness that opens up when you cease to fight the flow. Your breath itself is a perfect teacher of impermanence. Each breath arriving, dwelling, and then effortlessly departing, making space for the next. This wisdom invites a profound gratitude, because everything is impermanent. Every moment of joy, every connection, every experience of beauty becomes incredibly precious. It reminds us not to take anything for granted, not to postpone our happiness, not to wait for a perfect future that will itself inevitably change. Instead, it calls us to fully embrace the richness of this moment, with its inherent fragility and fleeting wonder. As you prepare for sleep, release any worries about tomorrow, for tomorrow is not yet here, and when it arrives, it too will be new and impermanent. Release any regrets about yesterday, for yesterday has already flowed downstream. Rest in the river of this moment, supported by the stillness within you. Allow your body to soften, surrendering to the support beneath you. Feel the earth holding you unconditionally, even as the earth itself is in constant motion. Let your mind become vast and open, like the sky, allowing thoughts to drift by without grasping or judgment. You are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you are not your experiences. You are the awareness, the changeless stillness that witnesses all change. This profound understanding doesn't make life less real, it makes it more vibrant, more precious. It doesn't make you passive. It empowers you to engage with clarity and compassion, knowing that every interaction, every creation, every moment is a unique, unrepeatable work of art. You are part of this grand, ever-changing masterpiece. So, rest now, dear one. Let the wisdom of impermanence be your lullaby. Let it remind you that within the constant flow of life, there is an unchanging peace, an eternal awareness that is your true home. You are held in this vastness, you are safe in this flow, and you are deeply, profoundly loved in every moment as all things change and renew. Sleep well. Welcome, dear friend, to this final quiet space, this culminating moment in our journey together. As your breath continues its gentle rhythm, allow yourself to settle even deeper, to soften into the profound stillness that lies at your core. Tonight, we open our hearts to a simple yet transformative truth, the inherent wisdom of the unfolding heart. It is the part of us that knows how to love, how to connect, how to forgive, and how to embrace life in its entirety, with all its joys and sorrows, its light and its shadows. For many nights, we have explored the intricate landscapes of the mind, its ceaseless thoughts, its habitual patterns, its nagging anxieties, and its profound, often untapped capacity for stillness and clarity. we have also touched upon the foundational wisdom of the body, recognizing it not merely as a physical form, but as a vibrant vessel of sensation, a living temple of presence that grounds us in the here and now. Now, as our journey nears its gentle close, we bring our awareness to the heart, not just the physical organ beating steadily within your chest, but the expansive, luminous center of compassion, courage, and unconditional love that resides, patiently waiting within each and every one of us. This heart is not something we acquire through effort or achievement. It is who we fundamentally are, our deepest essence, simply waiting to be rediscovered and allowed to unfold in its natural, magnificent way. Often, in our busy, demanding lives, our hearts can feel guarded, even tightly closed. Past hurts, the stinging wounds of disappointment, profound fears of vulnerability, the incessant pressures of societal expectations, and the constant striving and self-criticism driven by the ego can gradually, sometimes imperceptibly, build formidable walls around this tender, precious space. We learn, quite naturally, to protect ourselves from further pain, and in doing so, we sometimes inadvertently cut ourselves off from the very source of our deepest fulfillment, our most authentic connection, and our boundless joy. Tonight, our practice is one of gentle release, of softening these protective defenses, inviting the heart to gently unfurl, slowly and gracefully, like a delicate lotus blooming in the pure light of dawn. Notice any sensations that arise in this area, perhaps a comforting warmth, a cool sensation, a gentle tingling, or simply a deep, quiet sense of presence. There is absolutely no need to judge or analyze anything that arises, just to notice with an open and accepting awareness. With each gentle inhale, imagine drawing soft, warm, golden light directly into this space, allowing it to permeate your chest with a gentle, expansive, healing energy. With each soft exhale, imagine any tension, any tightness, any residual holding, any emotional constriction gently melting away, dissolving effortlessly, like a fragile piece of ice slowly dissolving into clear, flowing water. This practice, remember, is not about forcing anything. It is not about pushing or striving. It is an invitation to release, to trust, to allow. The heart, when unburdened by fear and self-judgment, naturally radiates kindness, not just to others in the world around us, but most profoundly to yourself. This self-compassion is the foundation of all true well-being. Often, in our modern world, we are our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossible standards of perfection, relentlessly judging our perceived imperfections, our past mistakes, our human vulnerabilities. But the unfolding heart knows no such judgment. It sees with the eyes of unconditional acceptance, with the profound wisdom that recognizes your inherent worth, regardless of external circumstances. Consider the pure, unadulterated essence of a small child. Their heart is typically wide open, quick to forgive, quick to trust without reservation, quick to love with an innocent, boundless enthusiasm. Life, with its inevitable challenges, its disappointments, its losses, and its complexities, can indeed teach us to close down, to become wary, to guard ourselves against potential pain. But the essence of that open, trusting, innocent heart never truly disappears. It simply goes into hiding, receding into the background, waiting patiently for a safe and nurturing space to emerge once more, to remember its true nature. This meditation, this quiet space we are creating together tonight, is precisely that safe space. You are consciously, compassionately creating the optimal conditions for your own heart to remember and reclaim its natural, radiant state of openness. Think deeply of specific moments when your heart felt truly full, truly expansive, truly unburdened, perhaps observing the breathtaking beauty of a sunset or a majestic tree, sharing a genuine, heartfelt laugh with a cherished friend, witnessing a simple yet profound act of kindness in the world, or simply feeling a moment of deep, quiet, uncomplicated peace within your own being. Reconnect deeply with the profound feeling of that expansive, warm, unburdened heart. This, remember, is its natural, fundamental state. It is not an ephemeral emotion that comes and goes with the changing winds of external circumstances, but a deep, abiding capacity that is always present, patiently waiting beneath the transient layers of thought and feeling that constantly arise and pass. The unfolding heart is intrinsically and profoundly connected to compassion, both for ourselves and for all other beings. Compassion, in its truest sense, is not pity. It is the courageous recognition of shared suffering, the universal experience of hardship and vulnerability, and a heartfelt, sincere desire to alleviate it, both within ourselves and in the world. When our hearts are truly open, we naturally feel more intimately connected to all beings, understanding with intuitive clarity that everyone, in their own unique way, is navigating challenges, experiencing moments of profound joy, and ultimately seeking peace and freedom from suffering. This profound sense of interconnectedness is a powerful antidote to the pervasive feelings of loneliness and isolation that can often plague the modern human experience. As you continue to breathe gently into your heart space, imagine a soft, radiant, healing light expanding from your chest, originating from that deep, vibrant core. With each slow, gentle inhale, this light grows perceptibly brighter and more expansive within you, illuminating every cell of your being. With each soft, conscious exhale, this luminous light gently extends outwards, effortlessly touching those you love most dearly, those you know well, those who are struggling or in need, and ultimately extending beyond all boundaries, encompassing all beings everywhere without exception. This practice of the unfolding heart also involves profound courage, the courage to be truly vulnerable, to truly see and accept ourselves precisely as we are, with all our perceived flaws and imperfections. It takes immense courage to let go of old, deeply ingrained stories that relentlessly tell us we are not enough, not worthy of love, not deserving of happiness. But when the heart truly unfolds, when it remembers its fundamental truth, it understands with an unshakable certainty that our inherent worth is not earned through external validation or achievement. It is simply inherent, an undeniable aspect of our very existence. We are worthy simply because we exist, because we are an inseparable part of this miraculous, ongoing unfolding of life, a unique and irreplaceable expression of the universe itself. The unfolding heart knows how to forgive. Forgiveness, it is crucial to understand, is not about condoning harmful actions, nor is it about conveniently forgetting the past or pretending that pain did not occur. It is, instead, a profound, deeply liberating act of self-emancipation, consciously releasing the heavy burden of resentment, anger, and bitterness that we unknowingly carry within ourselves. When we truly forgive, whether it is forgiving others for their transgressions, or just as importantly, forgiving ourselves for our own perceived shortcomings, we release ourselves from the suffocating chains of the past, allowing our hearts to move forward with renewed lightness, boundless freedom, and genuine peace. This sacred journey of the unfolding heart inevitably brings us into a deeper, more intimate relationship with silence. Beyond the incessant noise of the external world, beyond the relentless chatter and analysis of the mind, the heart speaks in soft, profound whispers. It communicates through the gentle nudges of intuition, through subtle, unexplainable feelings, through a profound sense of inner knowing that beautifully transcends words, logic, and rational thought. To truly hear the heart's deepest wisdom, its gentle guidance, we must consciously cultivate stillness, both outwardly in our external environment and, perhaps more importantly, inwardly within the vast landscape of our own being. As we come to the gentle close of this segment, and indeed the culmination of our entire Zen Whispers series, let us rest deeply in the profound wisdom of this unfolding heart. Let it now be your unwavering guide, your most reliable inner compass, leading you unerringly toward authenticity, genuine connection with yourself and others, and an abiding, deep sense of peace that is unconditioned by external circumstances. It is the part of you that instinctively knows how to align with the natural, dynamic flow of life, to embrace impermanence with grace and courage, and to find breathtaking beauty and profound meaning in every single precious moment. Allow your awareness to rest gently and comfortably in your chest, in that sacred heart space. Feel the warmth, the expansive openness, the quiet, unshakable strength of your heart. There is absolutely nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Simply be present with this precious, vibrant, luminous center of your being. It is eternally wise, eternally loving, eternally free, always accessible, always radiating. Let the pure, healing light from your heart gently spread throughout your entire body, down to the tips of your toes, up to the very crown of your head. Feel yourself completely infused and permeated with this warmth, this unconditional acceptance, this profound sense of connection to everything. Begin by gently placing one or both hands over your chest, directly over your heart center. Feel the subtle warmth of your skin against your clothing, the quiet, persistent rhythm of your own heartbeat beneath your palm. This light, this boundless love is always within you, always accessible, no matter what external circumstances arise, no matter what storms may temporarily gather on the horizon of your life. In the sacred silence of the night, your unfolding heart continues its gentle, miraculous work, guiding you, healing you, connecting you deeply to the vast, intricate network of all life, to the universal flow of compassion. Trust its whispers, follow its lead. It will always, always bring you home, back to yourself, back to love, back to the profound peace that is your true nature. As you now drift into the tranquil embrace of sleep, carry this profound awareness of your open heart with you. Let it fill your dreams with boundless kindness, with deep peace, and with an all-encompassing, restorative compassion. You are not just a mind, or a body, or a collection of experiences. You are, at your core, a luminous, ever-unfolding heart, infinitely capable of love, infinitely capable of peace, infinitely capable of embodying the highest aspects of your being. Rest now, beloved friend, in the gentle, boundless embrace of your own unfolding heart. Let its profound wisdom soothe you, its unconditional love surround you completely, its deep peace gently carry you into a night of profound restoration, rejuvenation, and sweet dreams. There is nothing to fear, nothing left to strive for, nothing more to become. You are already whole, already complete, already loved beyond measure. Zen whispers, when the heart is open, the world is open. May your heart remain open, always. May it be a radiant source of light for yourself and for all beings everywhere. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully in the boundless, loving space of your unfolding heart.